Welcome back, America! New York has always been the broadcast tower for America's future experiments. Today, it's running a live beta test for socialism and radical identity politics. And leading the charge is Zoran Mamdani himself, the city's new mayor.
Our ghosts are marching on the cracked concrete. We are the static in the...
A naturalized citizen born in Uganda, ineligible for the presidency under our Constitution. He's not just a politician. He's a face and a voice crafted to sway entire generations of Muslim Americans toward a worldview that puts foreign allegiances and collectivist ideology ahead of constitutional loyalty and everyday American values. This isn't random. It's the long game in action, and Democrats are the willing players. Let's look at the man himself. Zoran Kwame Mamdani was born in Kampala, Uganda in 1991. He moved to New York as a child and only became a U.S. citizen in 2018. His father, Mahmoud Mamdani, is a Columbia professor who spent decades teaching that the West, especially America, is the root of colonialism and global injustice. His mother, filmmaker Mara Nair, has openly stood for Palestine, boycotting Israeli events and declaring solidarity with the Palestinian cause. Mamdani was raised in that household. He absorbed the anti-colonial lens, the pro-Palestinian activism, and the democratic socialist blueprint. In November 2025, he won the mayoral race as a democratic socialist, becoming New York's first Muslim mayor. He took the oath on the Quran. You remember that. He took the oath on the Quran. He's already hosting iftars, leaning into his faith publicly, and pushing policies that blend heavy government control with identity-driven foreign policy priorities. New Yorkers are watching the experiment. Sky-high taxes, expansive social spending, sanctuary policies, and a mayor who frames Israelis' actions as genocide, while championing the BDS. This is the beta test. What happens in New York doesn't stay in New York. Mamdani's victory has already triggered what analysts call the Mamdani effect. In the 2025 elections, a record 38 Muslim candidates won office nationwide, out of 76 who ran. That's not coincidence. It's momentum. Look at the rising stars. Almost all Democrats. Ilhan Omar, born in Somali, naturalized, and now in Congress from Minnesota. A squad member, vocal critic of Israel, and unapologetic about her progressive anti-colonial worldview. Rashida, how do you say that? Leib, Palestinian-American congresswoman from Michigan. The first Muslim woman in Congress alongside Omar. A fierce advocate for Palestine. Ceasefire demands and dismantling what she calls system of oppression. Abdul El Said, Egyptian-American Muslim doctor running for U.S. Senate in Michigan. Progressive, aligned with the uncommitted movement that protested democratic Israel policies. And now teaming up with leftist influencers, Ghazala Hashmi, who just became Virginia's first Muslim woman elected to statewide office as lieutenant governor. Nita Alam in North Carolina, the first Muslim woman elected there, now eyeing Congress on a platform of abolishing ICE and resetting U.S. foreign policy. Ruwa Rahman in Georgia, a Palestinian heritage pushing for governor while highlighting her identity. These are the new Muslim leaders of America. Many are first generation or children of immigrants. Many enter into politics energized by Gaza, by anti-Israel activism, and by the belief that America's founding principles need decolonizing. They're winning in Democratic strongholds because the party has opened the door wide. Democrats playing into the agenda. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Democrats aren't just tolerating this wave. They're amplifying it. The party that once championed assimilation now rewards identity politics and foreign policy litmus tests. They platform these voices in Congress, in state houses, and now in the majority of America's largest city. They frame criticism of radical views as Islamophobia, while downplaying polling that shows significant portions of Muslim Americans hold views on Sharia, LGBTQ issues, free speech, and the clash of the Constitution's secular individual liberty foundation. This is the long game. Mamdani represents a pawn. Perhaps not consciously, but the effect is the same. Generational sway. Young Muslims see these leaders, charismatic, unapologetic, backed by the democratic machine, and they see a path. Socialism dressed in social justice. Anti-Western critique rebranded as moral progress. Palestinian as rallying cry that overrides domestic loyal questions. New York is the proof of concept. If it works here, if socialist governance plus identity-driven foreign policy doesn't collapse under its own weight, watch it spread America's constitutional order, which was built to demand loyalty to its principles, not imported grievances. Natural-born requirements for president exist for a reason, but those guardrails are being tested in the lower offices first. Keep your eyes open on New York. The beta test is live. The new Muslim leaders are rising under Democratic banners, and the long game is no longer quiet. It's on the ballot, in the mayor's office, and headed for a city near you.